You can't miss these signs if you're driving through a part of Greensboro. People living there say they're sick of parties at Airbnb houses.
Now the city could take action. It's working on new rules for short-term rentals. WFMY News 2's Daniel Cruz takes a look at what is being proposed.
Throughout the Fisher Park neighborhood, you'll find signs like these. Residents calling for city leaders to oppose changes to ordinances related to short-term rentals, like an Airbnb or a VRBO.
What we don't want in our neighborhood is a lot of speculators coming in and buying up homes and then converting those into overnight stays.
Phil Pratt is a longtime Greensboro resident. He opposes the proposed changes to Greensboro's short-term rental ordinances, and his neighbors agree.
What we really want is for the current regulations to stay the way that they are. We don't want them to change.
Current ordinances now allow property owners to rent all or part of their property for up to 30 days, but the owners must live in the home. The proposed ordinance would allow property owners to live outside the city, but must still remain in Guilford or an adjacent county. Pratt and Schwarz are concerned the changes would invite investors to buy up property to use solely as short-term rentals.
What I don't want is for it to be basically a whole hotel next door where, and especially not where people buy up a home with the intent of just having it as a Airbnb.
We need our neighborhoods to stay stable, and I'm afraid that bringing in more and more short-term rentals without owner occupancy, it's just going to change the fabric of our neighborhoods.
Mayor Nancy Vaughn says this proposed ordinance comes down to protecting those living in Greensboro.
The issue is that's happening already. What we're trying to do is actually give the neighborhoods some protection.
Right now, Mayor Vaughn says there are currently more than 700 short-term rentals in the city. If adopted, the ordinance imposes stricter requirements for those who rent all or part of their property, including obtaining zoning permits annually, limiting the number of people renting the house, and prohibiting large gatherings.
We are not having an ordinance to allow something. We are creating an ordinance to actually have a structure so that we can protect neighborhoods and honor private property rights.
I did reach out to both VRBO and Airbnb for comments today. We never heard back from VRBO, but according to their website, renters must contact the property owner about any restrictions, including large gatherings or parties. A spokesperson for Airbnb says parties and large gatherings are not allowed at their rentals. In fact, there's technology in place to block rentals that are deemed high risk for either disturbances or property damage. Now, a public hearing will take place next Wednesday, March 1st in the City Council chambers regarding these proposed changes. That meeting will start at 5:30. Live in Greensboro, Daniel Cruz, WFMY News 2.